Hey Pisces, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're doing a timeless tarot and oracle reading for you, asking what's coming towards you at the time of seeing this. I apologize that you can't see my eyes today. I have to wear sunglasses because they're so agitated by the light. I'm going into the eye doctor this afternoon. They're just dumb. My eyes are dumb right now. They're red and they're swollen. I look like an ogre. All right, so I thought I'd spare you. We're going to start with our Mudra deck, and a lot of you guys are already familiar with this. If you're not, this is awesome. It comes with advice and affirmation and prayer. There's also a physical gesture that you can do with your hand, which I think is empowering, before you fall asleep or even while you're listening to this reading. So let's see what message comes out for you. Now, Pisces, I love to pray for you. I love to encourage everybody else to pray for you as well. So if you would like, say hi in the comments section or leave an emoji, something that represents your energy that we can focus on. Only love and light in this space. No jerks get in. All right. We start with harmony. Perfectly centered. And you actually kind of interlace your hands together and you stick out your middle finger like so. And just don't face it like this to people. They'll be offended and confused. It looks like they're flipping me off, but a little more sacred than that. So this is harmony, perfectly centered. And the affirmation goes like this. I draw harmony and strength from the well of my inner being, and this determines what I do and what I leave undone. The eyes, there you go, and ears, heart, stomach, liver, pancreas, bladder, and kidneys all profit from you practicing this mudra. It gives equanimity and inner balance. Imagine a place where you are filled with tranquility, harmony, and beauty. A place to recuperate, to gather energy. In front of you there is a deep well. Its magical water brings harmony and peace, and you drink of it freely. Composed and centered, you are now able to cope with your daily tasks again. You are relaxed, and what you say and do reflect in your inner poise. I love it. I just want to go, through the whole thing. So let's see what tarot has in store for you, my lovies, at the time of seeing this. Now, of course, throw it out if it feels like BS. You are in charge. Never give your power away to tarot. The whole point of this channel is just to empower you, to try to empower you with tarot, but you are in charge. All right. Oh, and please like and subscribe. I forget to say that sometimes, but it is very, very important for the channel's growth. All right, so what do my Pisces need to know? We only take the cards that fly out. If they fly in reverse, that's how we read them. This is going to be an extended, so if you like to go further into the... I love the card that just flew out for you. If you like to go into advice, deeper into the meanings, yeah, let's take it. Then that will be a link in the description box below. You just have to expand the window and you'll see it right there. It's the price of a cup of coffee. It's $6. So for those of you who do not believe in extended readings, well, I'm going to give it my all in this one. So just to be helpful for you. So we have some interesting energies here. We start with Ace of Cups, which is a gesture of love. This is something that falls into your lap. You could be meeting somebody. This could be romantic, or this could be a gesture of kindness, of friendship. We'll find out. We have the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups talks about something nostalgic. It's a playful and a positive energy. This could have something to do with children. We have the Seven of Swords, and this is deception. Now, it doesn't have to be absolutely evil or scary. This could be the wool being pulled over your eyes about something that tarot wants you to know about. We'll get into that soon. We have all of a sudden things being brought to a stop, being brought to a halt with the Chariot card upside down. And then we have some conflict here. Pisces, I know a lot of you guys don't like conflict, but you also have a very, people don't give you enough credit when conflict is involved, because I think while a lot of Pisces, not all of them, don't enjoy conflict, they do know what to do when the heat is on. So let's talk about this Ace of Cups. This is a really positive. We've got the Four of Wands kind of making itself known. I always take those as a footnote. Like when they flip around, but they stay in the deck, we pay attention. What's this Ace of Cups? It wants to get down to the very back of the deck there. Magician. Okay, so this would be something that you'd probably have to prioritize, move forward, develop. You've been manifesting this, but it does bring this back and forth sense of maybe confusion or like, how do I prioritize this? There might be some compromise, but it is a gesture coming your way, something that you could build. This is a relationship that you could build on. Why the compromise though? The Two of Pentacles. Why that? You'd have to kind of like make a decision maybe? Wow. You're being seen. Your prayers are being answered. The Star card, the Bridge of Hope. This is recovery and hope. Maybe after a time of being bored or apathetic, kind of feeling like, when it comes to love or friendship. And I'm saying love or friendship because as we love readings, right? But not everybody's in that place, right? And so I don't want to cheat anybody because the honest to God answer is that the Ace of the Ace of Cups, it represents the heart, a gesture of the heart. So it can be romantic, but it can be friendship too. So this finds you at a time. It gives you hope. It blows wind into your sails at a time where you're feeling like this dude, not very interested, not even seeing sometimes the offers around you because you kind of got side blinders. Apathy builds those side blinders like wah wah Eeyore, right? But this is totally jarring you out of that. And you may have to kind of reprioritize your energy, how you spend it, maybe because for some of you guys, travel is involved with the World card, but there's abundance here. For some of you guys, maybe even pregnancy because she's pregnant, but that's also a metaphor to suggest that something that could start so small, like maybe just a little social media or text message transaction or just a smile from across the room could grow into something so big. So this is the Two of Pentacles is representing kind of like allowing yourself to break loose from that apathy and to actually see, oh my gosh, this really is the answer to my prayers. And oh my gosh, it might mean that I have to be a little uncomfortable, like I might have to travel or I might have to break up my routines a little bit. Pisces does pretty good though, adapting. So, it's kind of like changing gears. You know how you've watched, let's say, you get absorbed in one show and it comes to an end and it's got a vibe. Maybe it's like a thriller and you're just like, or a book and it comes to an end and you're like, okay, I know, I think I feel like starting another book, but it like takes you a while to even get into the vibe of another movie or book. And it might be a funny analogy, but really that's kind of the energy of this is I think that you had grown a little used to, and dare I say comfortable with apathy, with this feeling of like, well, at least I got this in my routine and maybe this will never happen, or maybe I'll never make that friend, or maybe I'll never have that lover, but, I got some great things going for me and that's what I focus on. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, this will do. And then this comes through and you're like, oh, you've got these smelling salts of life. You're changing the theme. Okay. I'm starting to beat a dead horse, I realize. It's just very exciting. So now let's move on. We've got this Six of Cups, which talks about there's an element of nostalgia here. So let's find out what that's about. I'm going to start with a new deck of cards because we've used so many on our little love offering there. Six of Cups. What is this? Let's build out the picture for my Pisces. Six of Cups. Six of Cups. There we go. Oh, I believe that this is something that you've stood by, believed in, not given up in, and it could be having to do with children. It could also be something to do, it feels like very family oriented. It feels, and if this is not literal blood family, then this is like the family we create. And y'all know we create some solid family sometimes, especially if we don't feel we identify with our blood family, right? So this is like standing by something tenacious and standing by something in such an empathic, not nurturing way of the Pisces. Not giving up. Your heart's not giving up. And when it gets introduced to doubt, it fights it off like king of the mountain. And I think you're holding on to your gratitude around this. And I think you're holding on to a vision of this. And so this could be believing in family members. This could be, it feels kind of like believing in and keeping something together, keeping something around. And so maybe let's get another card out on that. What's that around? Yeah, great. I love this for you. And it pays off. You're coming out of disappointment. So at one point you might have felt some deep disappointment around this. Maybe you weren't being nurtured back. Maybe your efforts were going unrecognized. Either way, it's paying off that you have not given up. You've stood by this, even bruised and battered. You've stood by it, and with like a really positive attitude given the circumstances, and it pays off. Coming out of disappointment, moving past any kind of disappointment, realizing that there's 2 full cups right behind, and no need to look at anything that has been spilled or gone awry. What's the 7 of Swords? Wow. Oh, I love that. Okay. That's a nice okay. That's a great 7 of Swords is, deception. Nobody really likes hearing the words deception, especially seeing this dude. He doesn't look like he's very trustworthy, right? But then we get the Star card, being seen, having your prayers answered. Guess what? Second time in your reading. And that's clarified by the High Priestess energy. Super Piscean. This is having your prayers answered. This is being seen. This is being in alignment with intuition. What the heck is this? I feel like people that are close to you, people you go way back with, are seeing the side of you that you've always been trying to freaking show them. And that's maybe not every Pisces I'm talking to, but I feel like it's being recognized. It's like you've always been like this. You've always had this heart, this love for the group or love for them. And it's really painful when it's misunderstood, and or misconstrued, and it beyond the shadow of a doubt is being seen and honored in you. The World card is opening up second time. I haven't drawn a bathing suit with a Sharpie yet on this one, so I got to cover up her boobies. But same one. It means the world's opening up to you. This could, again, be possible travel. But the most important meaning to the world is that you have fully finished a cycle. There's been something that was very destined and pre-fated, even though I don't really, I like to think that we got free will all the time. But for the sake of the meaning, there's been something that was meant to be, I'll say, about this journey around some of the people that you're most familiar with, having this blind spot with you. It's an odd sensation, right? That people can know you so well and yet not honor the biggest part of you. And it behooves them to honor it, because I feel like it's selfless in you. It's a beautiful part of you. And maybe there's been jealousies attached. Maybe there's been anger or frustrations. But ultimately, you've finished that chapter. And if you needed to prove yourself in a situation, you certainly have. Wow, major arcana all the way. So from this deception card, so this is the wool being pulled over somebody's eyes, right? We have being seen, everything revealed, recovery. We have High Priestess, being in alignment with a deep intuition and it showing, fully finishing a life cycle and starting a brand new chapter. And that chapter, Empress, abundant. It is abundant. This is also, you've got the 2 kind of glorious celebrity cards in your reading, which is the Empress and the Star card. It's truly being seen. I wouldn't be surprised if we got the Queen of Wands out there. It's just like, let's get all the showboats. Let's get all the showboats. But why do we have this Chariot card in reverse? What the hell is that about? Okay, and again, you have these good cards. Oh, what is that? It seems that there's something around your stability that is on its way to being recovered, like on its way to recovery. So this could be literally where you live. It just needs to stabilize, and you're feeling reciprocity. I think that you might have, it's connected to friends and support. Yeah, I think that something has been stopped. I feel that this Chariot is actually talking to me about something you've already been experiencing up until now, which is a sense of stopped, stagnant progress. And when I ask in what area, it's around your stability, around kind of that sense of feeling supported and stable. But it could be quite physical or literal in this case, and you're making this healing recovery. It's something to do with kindness, generosity from friends, what have you. So then we have our third and last kind of want card, the conflict. So far, with all our want cards, all these beautiful meanings have come out. I'm going to get a new deck because why not? Let's give it one shuffle. What about this conflict for Pisces? I just love that your reading is so positive. What's this conflict for Pisces? The sun. Yes. Coming out of conflict. When the sun comes out, it's like this nice warm glow over the whole damn reading. You are like going into smooth sailing. There's something really wild and terrific for you around the corner. I do feel like there's this great mending, and I've said this before, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, but there's two elements to your reading. There's one, this Ace of Cups landing in your lap. Aces are gifts from the universe. It just feels like, oh my gosh, this gift. It's like, what? I didn't do anything for this, but you did. Honestly, you did. Karmically, you did. And it's like you have been manifesting it. And yes, you do have to push things around. And to answer the call, you have to come out of apathy. And it's changing the theme, right? Starting a new book or a new series. And you're like, whoa, this is a new theme. Okay, we got that element here. But we also have this healing element of like finally being seen and recognized by those individuals that you've been closest to. And we have you restabilizing and recovering. Yeah, this is beautiful. I'm going to take it into the extended, and we're going to ask for more advice and kind of what's more around the corner. Unpacking these cards, and if this is where I leave you, thank you so much for joining me, darlings. Mwah. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Most likely outside at the campfire. Okay, bye-bye.